Out of a dense mist emerging with a steady, unyielding gaze, stands a figure shrouded in a tranquil yet imposing aura, Miyamoto Musashi. His life was a perpetual dance with death, yet inside him dwelled an ocean of calm, deeply immersing into the tides of fearless existence. Fear, a primal emotion tethered to our very survival, yet often manifesting not in the face of genuine threat, but lurking in the shadows of our own mind, sabotaging our tranquility and potential. Whether it's the anxiety of societal judgment, the dread of failure, or the terror of the unknown, fear worms its way into our existence, often occupying a seat much larger than it ever should. But what can the life of a 16th century swordsman, an artist, and a philosopher teach us about transcending our own fears? 1. Embracing impermanence. Musashi lived in an era where the transience of life was glaringly evident. Engaging in numerous life-and-death duels, he was perpetually in the shadow of mortality. Yet he didn't flinch. For him, the acknowledgement of mujo or impermanence wasn't a cause for despair, but a liberator of the mind. He realized that fear was rooted in attachment, an attachment to life, reputation, and stability. However, by embracing the ephemeral nature of all things, he detached himself from these bindings, liberating himself from the consequential fears. His understanding of impermanence transcended mere intellectual acknowledgement. It was an embodiment of a worldview that eased the burden of potential loss, giving him unparalleled freedom in the face of life's uncertainties. 2. The way of strategy. In a world punctuated by chaos and unpredictability, Musashi found an ally in strategy, a concept so profound that it permeated beyond the borders of physical battlefields and into the vast terrains of life and mind. When we gaze deeply into the life of this legendary samurai, there emerges a nuanced understanding that strategy, for him, was not a mere tool for combat, but a philosophical compass guiding through the mazes of existence and mental landscapes. Musashi's strategy echoes through the ages, whispering subtle wisdom into our contemporary lives, where chaos and uncertainty are often as tangible as they were in the volatile periods of feudal Japan. Much like Musashi, aren't we all entwined in our battles, though perhaps not against skilled swordsmen, but against the unforeseen adversities that life spontaneously conjures? Here, Musashi's way of strategy unfolds itself as a serene dialogue between preparation and tranquility, as a synthesis that could gently pacify the agitated spirits of our contemporary fears and anxieties. Through Musashi's eyes, we observe that every meticulously planned strategy is, in essence, a lighthouse that illuminates a path through the dark, stormy seas of fear and uncertainty. This transcends the physicality of a duel and morphs into a philosophical art where every potential outcome is contemplated, not with a spirit of anxiety, but with a serene acceptance and preparedness that dissolves the ominous clouds of fear before they could overshadow the mind. Picture this: Musashi, standing poised, not just against an opponent armed with a sword, but against the manifold uncertainties and fears that linger like silent specters in the shadows of the unknown. His meticulous planning, deep-rooted in a philosophical understanding of strategy, becomes a serene dance where every move, every breath, and every thought is an embodiment of a tranquil confidence born from an intimate acquaintance with every possible outcome. His strategies, therefore, are not merely physical maneuvers, but mental and emotional orchestrations that pacify the spirit and unburden the mind from the oppressive weights of the unforeseen. When we view our own lives through this philosophical lens, we're invited to ask, can our plans, strategies, and foresights be crafted not as rigid structures, but as fluid art forms that navigate through, not just the physical realms, but through the mental and emotional terrains of our fears and uncertainties? Musashi's way of strategy gently unfolds itself, not just as a methodology of planning and execution, but as a philosophy that intertwines with existence itself, where every potential future is embraced with open arms, where every fear is acknowledged with a tranquil spirit, and every uncertainty is navigated with a poised, unshakable calmness. 3. Mastery over mind. In the intricate dance of life and combat, Musashi discovered a sanctuary of stillness within the concept of mushin, a state where the mind, unburdened by thought, fear, and emotion, melds into a serene pool of tranquil mastery. His philosophy, deeply embedded in the Zen practice and the martial arts, unveils a path where the mind is not a turbulent ocean, but a serene landscape, untouched by the chaotic winds of external reality. Dive deeper into the depths of Musashi's mushin, and one encounters not merely a martial concept, but a philosophical revelation, applicable not just within the confines of ancient battlefields, but within the boundless terrains of our modern existence. Haven't we all, at one point or another, felt the oppressive weights of anticipatory fears, anxieties, and doubts clouding the clarity of our actions and decisions? It is here, within these universal human experiences, that Mushin gently unveils itself as a timeless philosophy, where one's actions and existence can flow with an unparalleled fluidity, unburdened by the spectral shadows of fear and doubt. Musashi, amidst the chaos of battle, embodied a paradox, a warrior amidst combat yet internally tranquil, actions decisive yet mind undisturbed, movements lethal yet spirit peaceful. It's within this paradox that Mushin blossoms into a philosophy where every action, be it in combat or life, emanates from a source untouched by fear and unburdened by doubt. He moves, not with hesitation shackled by fear, but with a purity of action born from an internal tranquility, where every strike, parry, and maneuver is a manifestation of the mind's mastery over the tumultuous specters of fear and anxiety. But the tranquility and mastery inherent within Mushin extend beyond physical actions and weave themselves into the very fabric of existence itself. Imagine navigating through life where every decision, action, and path is chosen, not from a place of fear and doubt, but from a serene clarity and undisturbed peace. Mushin, thus, is not merely an empty mind but a liberated one, free from the self-imposed shackles and barriers erected by fear, allowing one to engage with life and all its chaotic beauty with a liberated spirit and unburdened mind. Through Mushin, Musashi invites us on a philosophical exploration where fear, often seen as an omnipresent specter, becomes a transient visitor, acknowledged but not entertained, observed but not absorbed, experienced but not embodied. For him, every action, every decision, and every moment became an eloquent dance where the mind, unclouded by fear, was free to engage with the present moment in its purest form. 4. Facing fear head-on. Musashi never shied away from challenges, instead opting to face them head-on. His numerous duels were not only physical battles but also confrontations with the fears that lurk in the shadows of such lethal engagements. Each duel became a medium through which he continuously confronted and consequently understood his fears, stripping them of their ominous veils and reducing them to mere experiential phenomena. He didn't merely survive his fears, but actively engaged with them, dissecting their origins and mitigating their influence over his psyche. Through deliberate confrontation, Musashi demonstrated that fear, when faced directly, loses its intimidating guise and becomes a manageable aspect of the human experience. 5. The path of continual learning. Musashi's life was a testament to the principle of continuous learning and refinement. His travels, duels, and interactions were all facets of a relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. This constant educational journey was not just about perfecting his martial artistry, but also about understanding the nuances of his own psyche, including his fears. Every new skill and piece of knowledge acquired was a stone in the fortress that safeguarded him from fear, providing him with confidence and assurance in his abilities and insights. Musashi never ceased to be a student, always open to new learning and experiences, thereby perpetually arming himself against the forces of doubt and fear, illustrating that the path of continual learning is intrinsically linked to the mastery of fear. As we step back into our own lives, let's carry forward the wisdom of this legendary samurai, applying his teachings as we navigate through our own battles, both within and without, crafting a life where fear is not a dictator, but a phenomenon understood and mastered. Thank you for joining me on this introspective journey through the philosophical landscapes of Miyamoto Musashi. May your path be illuminated with wisdom and serenity as you navigate through the intricate tapestry of life, fear, and mastery.